In this session, we're going to learn how to transport roles from the development system to production system. Authorization components such as roles should be created and tested in development systems and not in production system. After creating the roles in the development system and unit testing them, the next step is to transport the roles to other systems in the landscape. Now, when you create a role in a development system, before it goes into production system, it has to be properly tested. Now, testing should be done in different ways. For example, as a security administrator, if you have when you create a role, you should at least take time to unit test them. Meaning, once you create the role, after you create the role, you can create a test user ID, assign that role to that user ID, and then ensure that whatever transaction codes are part of the role, they get executed without any authorization errors. But before the roles get into the production system for actual use by the end users, the role has to be properly tested for negative and positive access. Now, the testing is typically done in quality assurance system or the testing system. After the testing is done in the testing environment, the quality system, then the roles are moved to the production system. Now, at the end of the test phase, they are transported from the development systems, that is, the system where the roles were created, to the production system. But before that, like I said, testing has to be done on the roles to ensure that the users who are going to be assigned those roles in the production system do not lack any authorizations, and also they do not get more access than they need. So that's the reason you need to get the roles tested in the testing system. Now, the authorization data is either exchanged between different clients of an SAP system or between clients of different SAP system. In principle, the authorization concept differentiates between the following transport contents: user master records, roles, authorization profiles, and check indicators. Now, you can transport, if you have a particular set of user master records in a particular development system, if you want to transport those to any other system in the landscape, the SAP provides you with a mechanism to do that. We are not going to see what that is in this session. You could also transport roles, which is what we are going to see now. And you can also transport profiles, individual profiles if you want, if they have been created manually, and the check indicators of the authorization objects that you would probably maintain for while building the roles. Even those check indicators could be transported from the development system to other systems in the landscape. Now, the roles can be transported in three different ways. One mechanism is using the transaction code SSC1. Now, you can use this transaction SSC1 if you want to transport the role between the clients within the same system. Meaning, if you have, let's say, multiple clients in the development box, and one of the clients is testing client, then you can the role that you create in a particular client can be transported into the other client, the testing client, within the same system using the transaction SSC1. And we'll see how it's done. Another mechanism for moving the roles from one system to another system is you can download the role onto your desktop from the client where the role exists, and then upload it into the target client. Now, the target client could be in the same system from where you are downloading the role, or it could be a different system. Now, there are some issues with it using this mechanism, and we'll see what they are. And the third mechanism is creating a transport request. Now you have to create the transport request to use the SSE1 transaction code also, but there's a slightly different methods using the transport request. Now creating a transport request, after creating the transport request, to move the role from one system to another system, you could use the transport request mechanism. In SSE1, you can transport the role between the clients within the same system. But in transport request mechanism, where you follow the transport process, you can move the role, transport the role from one system to another system. And we'll see how that is done also. So basically there are three mechanisms to transport a role within the same system or in different systems. One is using the transaction XSE1 if you want to transport between the clients within the same system. You can download the role and upload the role into some target system or target client, and you can use the transport process mechanism where you create the transport request and follow the change management process to transport the role from one system to another system.